things going? Sitting pretty? Well, that was sudden. Oh, terribly sorry. That wasn't my intention to scare you. I'm Kabayama, and I often sit in the spot where you're sitting now. It's a nice quiet place where you can just think about life. Would you like it back? Thanks, but it's alright. By the way, you're not from here, are you? That's right. You must be quite knowledgeable indeed. I've never seen the outside world, though. I've had a lot of experience moving house. Speaking of that, we moved so often when I was young that I never really had the chance to make good friends. I saw many a fine sight while wandering about, but there was no one to share them with. You know what? Why don't I show those places to you? You pass by spots like this, take a seat and have a look about, then come back and tell me what you think. One such place is beneath a stone gate, the highest point in the Narrows. One of them is an open space surrounded by corals near the Ever-Night Temple, and the last one is beside the towering ruins at the Serpent's Heart. I've left markings on all these places, and hung a lamp there to light my way. You should find them easy peasy. Mom's mood has been improving. She's been all frowns ever since we left Dad behind. Maybe it's because she found out that Dad is living just fine after the separation, but she isn't. It's just a shame the library's got so many books that aren't for loaning. I wonder if Mom's read these stories. If only she'd read them to me. I know the way, but those Jibashiri just had to say that I got lost. Even scolded me for crying over a small matter. I wasn't lost, and I didn't cry over some small thing. I'll just leave a marking in the future. Unagi fried rice is the best. I ate it all. Not a single grain of rice was left behind, no sir. Big sister is very pretty when she laughs. She said that she'd never seen me eat that much, and that she'll make me more next time. I wish we could stay together forever. You're back. You found all the places. Well, perhaps they're not much to look at for someone as well-traveled as you. They were pretty run-of-the-mill. I've seen more impressive sights. What a shame that I never managed to share them with anyone else. Still, I'm glad to just have your opinion. Perhaps there are many places more impressive than these. I mean, it is just dark down here. There really isn't much variety in terms of food either, and we need to beware of the fish shops. But now that I've lived here for so long, I feel attached to this place, you know? I still miss those few spots of mine. Do you ever feel the same way? Even a place like this can be called home, once you've stayed long enough. Perhaps. Is that so? Well, thanks for hearing me out. In any case, I don't have much to give you in return, really, but please take these.
A fateful offering.
Hello there, traveler. Great timing. We have a commission that I believe would be best taken up by you. Will it be difficult? Well, it involves a hitherto unknown domain. Though the guild has undertaken extensive investigations into that domain, we have yet to achieve results of any particular value. Hong Lang, who is in charge of this investigation, says that he needs the assistance of a highly adaptable adventurer. You were the first person I thought of traveling. What kind of domain? Hong Lang is at the entrance to this domain. If you're willing to help, you can go ask him what he needs. We're counting on you, traveler. A domain maker. Let's go. Wait, where is this guy? So far away. What's with this domain? Hey, yo, what's with this commission? Hey, you. Oh, So you're the one Miss Catherine called in. I've heard that you're flexible, highly experienced, and one of our top adventurers to boot. Sure. Wonderful. That's very reassuring indeed. I don't need to know anything about this domain. Ah, yes, right. Sorry, let me fill you in. Well, here's what happened. Some time back, a team of adventurers found this strange large door out in the wild. You're looking at it right now, naturally. This strange door? You mean the door that appears in almost every patch that has something to do with some random event? The random event door, I'm going to call it. Once they had passed through this gate, the team entered an unknown domain. According to the first batch of adventurers, the domain was just an empty room when they first entered it. An empty room? Let's give me an example to be precise. It was an area about 52 paces in length, 52 paces in breadth, and of unknown height. How would you... Okay. For 52 paces either way, the area was an ordinary stone tiled floor, but all the areas beyond were filled with a deep gray smoke. Also, when someone tried to cross over the border into the area beyond the first 52 paces, they would either mysteriously change direction and start walking the opposite way, or suddenly disappear and appear behind everyone else. Whatever the case, it was impossible to cross this 52-pace area. What? They did, of course, but thrown objects would return to their original places, and even the light of torches could not penetrate further than 52 paces away. So you'd like my help in investigating this place? No, Paimon, he'd like my help, not yours. You are just flying around, doing nothing. That is the case. However, you won't just be doing exploration. I don't think it's possible to explain out here. Let's continue inside. Okay. Faster and faster. Great name. Just speed my way through here, maybe? This is Sparta. You sure this is the same place as that empty room you talked about? This just looks like a normal domain, man. Exactly, isn't this just an ordinary ruin? You know, the ones we visit all the time? This is indeed the domain we mean to explore. And as for the reason why it looks like this, that's because this domain changed its form not long ago. Eh? It can change forms? This isn't its final form? That's right, this domain transforms based on people's wishes. According to the leader of the adventure team at that time, it started to lose patience with this place after exploring it for some time to no avail. One of their members began to grumble under their breath. If this was an ordinary domain, we would have finished exploring it long ago. Hungry and tired as they were, the rest of the team expressed approval of that member's view. And as more people began to concur, the team suddenly found themselves in an ordinary domain. This ordinary domain contained mechanisms, paths, treasures, even torches that were still burning. The adventure team judged themselves unable to deal with such a situation and thus reported back to the guild immediately. What a bunch of sissies. In response, we quickly sent people to conduct further investigations. However, we all know, even now, that this domain can change according to a person's will. If many people enter the domain at once, then it will react to the person with the strongest thoughts. Wow, does this mean that it could create, say, the entire Leeway Harbor in here? We've tried this, but to no avail. Perhaps our desire to create Leeway Harbor just wasn't strong enough. Whatever the case, we are currently gathering adventurers to enter this domain and cause all manner of changes according to their desires. We hope that we might be able to figure out some of the rules and principles behind the changes this domain undergoes, and thus get answers from there. Yeah, how should I operate this? It's totally like, it's not on a need-to-know basis. Well, you see that mechanism over there? That's a trigger that we put in place. One of our adventurers dreamed this one up, in fact. In simple terms, his desire was to be able to change its domain only when we touch this mechanism. The domain answer this wish is to... But to ensure that this mechanism remains here, we have to periodically invite him back. Weird. If not for some of these contingencies, this domain would keep changing all the time. But if you look at it from a different angle, this domain really is quite suited to training adventurers. I mean, just one thought and all sorts of mechanisms and terrain can emerge in a blink of an eye. Well, talk is cheap, though, so why don't you give it a go yourself? See that golden adventure coin over there? That's a little something we created using our willpower as well. Try getting a hold of that coin, would you? Easy peasy. Easy. Easy. What just happened? Oh. Oh, I don't need to do this. Oh, yeah, I don't need to do this. I don't need to do editing. I ain't no... I can just...
One with nature.
There.
Into the wind.
Wow, that was pretty impressive. You got the hang of this place really quickly. In that case, we're counting on you. Use all your wits and imagination to transform this domain. I do hope that we'll be able to understand the rules behind the changes to this domain soon. Once you reach the destination, we'll complete the challenge. Alright. Reach the destination. Are there coins again?
Wind Strider.
Wait, whoa. Where am I going? Oh, I'm going this way. Oh, still a coin.
Time to go. The wind knows me.
Oh, no coins.
Follow the wind. Time to go. Follow the wind.
Okay. Do I get something for doing that?
Toodaloo.